Hello, Flosstube. My name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube update number 152. This is a channel about cross stitch, and I want to say welcome to any new viewers, and welcome back to my subscribers. This is a channel about cross stitch, so we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Excuse me, just a minute. Try and get. So, I was watching my last week's video and I felt like I was like looking over to the side the whole video. But I wanted to, we're going to talk about cross stitch and a little bit about other stuff that's going to be going in our Etsy shop later on at some point. But so we'll start with cross stitch. I worked a little bit on, well, the 28th, Sunday, was the end of the embroidery.com Love to Stitch 2021 challenge, in which you were challenged to stitch for at least 30 minutes a day for the month of February, and you were given 4 days that you could take off, except for the 28th, which is a mandatory stitch day. So I was trying to stitch every day, and I think I did, but I actually didn't post on the 23rd, I guess. I was looking through my posts, and I didn't see a post for that date, so I inadvertently must have like posted the work on the I didn't post anything on the 23rd. So anyway, but I did do every other day that month. So I basically completed the challenge. And I should have brought the things that I worked on last month, but I finished 2 projects, the 4 Fat Friends and Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. More Chocolate Bunnies is the name of the pattern. And I didn't bring them with me, or the other things I worked on all month. But I worked on those 2, I finished those 2 projects. And I worked briefly on Kitty Kitty by La Di Da and Western Biscornu by Tiny Modernist. I worked briefly on those. And then most of the time, and I worked on Tribal Owl, and I started my pattern called Blessed, and a kit that I had by Design Works called Peacock. And so I did all that during the month of February. And so when March started, I was trying to decide what to do. And I know some people are doing a version of a challenge called March Madness. And I decided that I wasn't going to do that because, I'm not really much for sort of formal planning and that sort of thing. So I decided just not to do it. It looked too daunting to me, too complicated and whatever. So, and it takes too much thought, and I hadn't thought about it. So anyway, so I did do a little bit, I think Sunday night, after I finished the stuff for the challenge, I worked a little longer on this Blessed pattern. Just showing that briefly because I'm hoping that nobody will pause it and take the pattern for free, but because I am planning on putting that in the Etsy shop, but I wanted to finish stitching it beforehand just to make sure that I caught any mistakes on the pattern and that sort of thing. But so I worked on it briefly, and I finished the little patch of grass down here. So the next thing I want to do is the tree trunk, and then the branches of the tree, and then there's some more words, and I'll basically be done with it. So hopefully that won't take too long, but I don't know when I'll get back to it because I want to focus on this piece for the month of March. Tribal Owl, I've been working on it for quite a while. This is by White Willow Stitching. Skyler Larson is designed this this design. Excuse me. Sorry. But anyway, this was, like I've said many times before, it was supposed to be for my sister-in-law Rachel's birthday on the 29th of January. So here it is, March already. And so anyway, I worked on it a little bit since the beginning of the month. So I think at the beginning of March, I had done about up to about here, that much, the bottom part. So since then, I worked on these sections here. And again, this thread, it gets almost white in the light, where it fades to a lighter color. It's a variegated DMC floss, both of these, this color and this color. But anyway, I'm sort of right here now, working on the middle section here, and I'll go up. And I'm hoping, I'm working on this section here, so I'm hoping to finish that. And I want to, like I said, I worked on this part. And it's very white because it was the white end of the thread. So I think I'm going to work on this in that same lighter end of the thread. I have to sort of hit the thread in the right place, and then I'll go and try to do that so that it matches what came out over here. But then I have this area still to do around his eyes and the eyes themselves in this other color, in black, and in this color that I'm doing the middle of the owl around his eyes. But right now I'm working my way up here, and I wanted to do this too, just to get it done with and out of the way so that I can do the bottom part of his tail, because it's kind of a big gap right here, and I just want to make sure I want to do this first to make sure that I get that in the right place. But really, I have just this section and the top of the owl's face, from his head up here, and what I'm doing right here, and then this branch that he's sitting on. So hopefully, I'll be able to finish it this month. I make no promises, and nobody should be holding their breath, because they die of oxygen deprivation if I don't finish it. But that's what I'm planning to do. So hopefully I'm really not that far behind as far as working my way up to the top, because that's his shoulder right there. So I don't have too much more to go. And then his head, like I said, his head up here and face. Yeah, I've already done his beak. But then that branch that he's sitting on goes under there. So anyway, I'm trying to focus on that for the month of March, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it soon. And if I finish it, then I will look at, among my other things to work on, maybe I'll finish that blessed chart and get that in the Etsy shop, whatever. So so that's all I've been working on, are those two whips. And then the other thing I had was a bunch of haul, again, as if I had all the money in the world and buying things. So I was at Hobby Lobby, and the other day, last week, we went on, I guess, Friday, because they're ending their 40% coupon has ended as of the end of February. It went away. So anyway, so we had gone last week for that. And then this week, my sister and I had to get a couple things. And I bought these little carrots. They're very cute. Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives, have used these sort of carrots. They come in various sizes. They have big ones, this medium size, and I think they have a smaller size as well. Anyway, I just bought these three. I don't do a whole lot of finishing. I don't do a lot of displaying and everything, but I wanted to get those because I kind of, have an idea. And I bought this. This is the same kind of frame that I used for, what is the chart? Delivering Spring. And so I think more chocolate bunnies will fit on this. And if not, I think I have another idea for it. But anyway, so I'm hoping to use this to finish that. And it has, like I said, like the other one, has an easel back, so you can hang it. So I'm thinking that I'll put that on here, and maybe I'll use, one of those little carrots that I bought to decorate it. But that's what I bought this for. And then I bought, I had talked about before, I had some nautical themed charms, and I was working on all of that the other day, and found that I had kind of a lot. I think I have 8 or 9 of these larger nautical charms. So I was trying to do beads and to go with it and everything, and I was not really completely happy with what my choices were. Of all the bazillion beads that we have, I was trying to find something that was the right size and the right color, and so I'm still working on some of that. But so I found these, and these are sort of nautical themed. There's a little seahorse and some seashells and all that in amongst these. I don't know that they're exactly the colors that I want, but some of them are will probably work. And then so I have some beads that I think will work, and I went ahead and bought some more because I think some of them will work. These are little faceted sort of crystal-like beads. And then I bought some here that are, excuse me, are black and white. And I have some other beads that I might use these with in combination. And these little octagonal white sort of marbleized things. And these here, these are different sizes, but they're kind of, I want to say they're blackish and greenish kind of beads. So amongst those strands, I'm hoping to find something that'll work. And then on Tuesday we were at Target. I don't remember if I mentioned. No, I did not. On Tuesday, my sister-in-law and my younger sister, they have 4 cats between them. Two, Rachel has 2 and Naomi has 2 that are from the same litter. And they all turned 1 the other day, and so we had a cat birthday party on Tuesday to celebrate. And so we went. My older sister Eve and I went to Target to buy a couple presents for the kitties, and I knew they had like a very little craft section there. It's mostly aimed for kids, friendship bracelets and other kid things. But so I was looking there just to see what they had, because I knew they had that smaller section, and found some kid-friendly beads there. And I also had, in my stash from some time ago, I had bought some animal beads. And so we think that between all of those things, we could do some scissor fob kind of things. You can use them for maybe, you could put them on a kid's backpack, or or even, kids' scissors that they use for school or whatever. But anyway, so maybe something along those lines for kids. So I had these little beads. This is a lion and a giraffe. You see, they have, sort of larger holes. A giraffe, and I think I have like a rhinoceros and some other animals. And there's an elephant. So I have those beads, and then there in the craft section at Target, there are some larger sort of pony beads, and then also some alphabet beads. This is a J, and an R, and a P. So these little alphabet charms. And I bought some the other day, a long time ago, that are sort of oval alphabet things that I think we'll use for something else. But so I bought those, and then they have these little packages of cording. So I don't know if this is made out of. It's sort of like a cloth or a looks like nylon or something. I can't tell offhand, and I don't think it says exactly what it's made out of. Yeah, I don't know, but it's colorful, and it's neat, and it coordinates with those little animal beads and the pony beads. So we'll see what that turns into. But I was productive in the sense that I showed these last week, but I changed them up a little bit because I wasn't quite satisfied with the way they hung. So I added these little white beads in between the flowers so that it hangs a little better. It looks a little better. These sort of butterfly fobs. I had showed, like I said, I showed them last week, and I shortened the string a little bit just because I added those white beads in there. So they're slightly different. This one, if you see, it has like purple flowers to end and begin it, and this one has a blue flowers to begin and end, and it has the darker blue fob. So they're slightly different, these two. But they'll be in the Etsy shop. I don't know if later on today or whatever, maybe tomorrow. And then we had sold a couple of these llama charm fobs, and so I got some more of those llamas. And I didn't see the string of these beads anymore. But we had a few, we had some left from last time. And so they're slightly different than the ones we had before because I have, sort of slightly bigger chunks. Yeah, so these will also be in the Etsy shop. So I made those. And like I said, I'm still working on the nautical themed ones, but hopefully I'll get those soon. I just sort of hit the wall with my sitting on these hard wooden chairs when I was working on them. So, so anyway, I did that. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I forgot this in the haul section, the cross-stitch haul. I did go to the Stitching with the Housewives Etsy shop and bought a few things. So I bought this one, which is frilly cabbage seeds, this pattern. It's very cute. There's a little female bunny and her giant cabbage on her wheelbarrow there. So I bought that one. And part of their cup series, What's in My Cup series, is Aaron Goba. There's a little sheeps. and shamrocks. Very cute. Aaron Goba. And this one, yeah, it's a part of this cabbage seeds is part of the tiered tray tidbits. Oh, look at there's those carrots. I hadn't even seen those. And this one is one of the newest ones they had in the What's in My Cup series. Chicks Dig Me. So they were talking about just on today's episode. There is a little bunny and her chicks, and there's a little line of carrots there. And there's some more of those carrots from Hobby Lobby. Very cute. Chicks Dig Me. And then this one is radish seeds. Here. Spicy radish seeds. And this is the tiered tray tidbits also. And this one came with a free chart called Bunny Love. There, that came with, when you purchase this, you get this free. So that was, and that Bunny Love has 2 little bunnies and has some hearts and flowers and stuff like that. So it's very nice too. I think that's about it because I'm trying to finish that that one chart, the tribal owl chart. So that's really all I've been working on since the beginning of March. So hopefully I'll finish that chart in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks. It's already the 6th, right? Today is the 6th, yeah. And so so I'm hoping that that I'll finish that tribal owl. We'll see how far I get next week. And you know, get some other things done. And I think that's about it. This isn't a very long video. My sisters and I will be doing another Sticks and Strings video for under Three Sisters Creative. If you subscribe to that, you'll get that video. And we are trying to work on a giveaway for when we hit 50 subscribers, and we're you know, still on our way to that total. But you know, tell all your friends and subscribe to this channel, that channel. My sister Eve has a channel. If they subscribe to them all, that, you know, help us get to 50 subscribers, and we'll have a little giveaway on the Sticks and Strings video, and go from there. I think that's about it, and hopefully I'll by next week I will have significantly dented Tribal Owl, maybe even finished it. Let's see how much work I can get done on that. Okay, so let me double check my brain to see if there's anything else I was going to talk about. I don't think so. I'll probably think of something after work, but anyway, so I will see you next week, and I think that's about it, right? All right. I'll see you next time. Again, I'm Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and I will see you next time. Bye.